This is Bill Hornbarger, Chief Investment Officer at Benjamin F. Edwards, with three things to watch for the week of September 15th, 2025. Well, the Federal Reserve meets for the seventh time this week and is expected to lower rates for the first time since President Trump took office for his second term. The downward revisions in the July employment report and then the softer employment report we saw in August have tipped the scale towards an interest rate cut, despite inflation trending a little bit higher the last couple of months, and core inflation is measured by CPI at 3.1%, well above the Fed's stated target of 2%. Futures today are pricing a 25 basis point cut. We think with the dissents from the last meeting, with all of the news swirling around, we think the Fed will continue to take a very gradualist approach, and we think 25 basis points will be appropriate. Again, there should be futures are pricing an additional 2 after this meeting towards the end of the year, but we think the Fed is going to continue to say the same thing. We're looking at the incoming data. We have a dual mandate, inflation a little bit higher than we want, employment starting to show some signs of softening. Away from the Fed, it is a big week for global central banks. Half of the countries that represent the world's 10 largest currencies, or about 40% of the global economic GDP, are expected to meet this week and opine on interest rates. We should get interest rate decisions from Japan, the United Kingdom, and Canada all this week. So we'll keep an eye on that also. On the data front, we do get a couple of pieces of key data. Leading economic indicators will be out in retail sales. Leading economic indicators are expected to be down for the 39th time in the last 42 months, so something to keep an eye on there. And then retail sales are expected to be up 0.3%. That's going to be a little bit softer than we've seen from the strong spending the last couple of months, and questions remain with inflation a little bit higher, with the jobs situation softening a little bit, is how resilient and how strong consumer spending will be. So we'll get a clue of that in the retail sales number for the month of August.